Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at a piece by the artist POLYGON. He is actually a French film director working primarily in the medium of a motion picture. He also delves in a lot of different glitch arts, and we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at that today. So in this work, we're going to be talking about multi-layered emphasis. We're going to talk a little bit about the kind of magical element of glitch art, and then we're also going to talk about the incredible legacy of a very influential artist from Chicago. So let's jump right into it. So whenever you first see this work, you'll see kind of a multi-layered emphasis. And so the first thing that you'll notice is the form of our subject is emphasized through placement. And whenever an element of the spatial composition is, say, placed in the center, it's always trying to emphasize or elevate the importance of that element. So what you'll see here, of course, emphasized through placement, is kind of a sense of near symmetry here if you were to cut the spatial composition in half. And I say near symmetry because you have that slight deviation on the foot, slight deviation there, and also the slight deviation up top. So we see an emphasis through placement, but we also see an emphasis through this stunning and striking light on dark contrast. So those both really work to elevate the importance of the subject and also, of course, command our attention to that subject with absolute ease. So in this work, you see this really, really magical kind of glitch light element here. And if you look very closely, you'll see that it's made up of each individually colored pixels all making up the massive form of our subject here. And there's something almost magical about this glitch light. You know, nowadays, all we do is kind of work with these. We kind of hold the sun in our pockets in many ways. And artists, now digital artists, of course, they're working with light. Instead of working with, say, acrylics or working with oil or working with woodworking, and they're working with light. And so on screens, whenever we create that art, there's kind of this sense of magic there. And I think this is really captured here in this multicolored and multi-layered form here. It's kind of like a decentralized form as well. It's not a coherent silhouette. Of course, there's a lot of kind of neutral voided spots in the beginning there, but those all really work to emphasize the silhouette of our subject with absolute ease. And so we see the influence of glitch art here quite easily. And glitch art, of course, originally we saw, let's say you have a phone, for example, or a computer. If you have a hardware malfunction, then the screen may be broken, or you may have a screen tear or a mixing pixel or anything like that. And that really is a source of anxiety. Think of also software malfunctions. If a web page isn't loading or a file is corrupted, say like an image is corrupted, it's going to result in a very kind of glitched aesthetic that looks really strange. And that, of course, is quite anxiety. It's a source of anxiety because that's not what we expected it to do. But what the glitch artists did is they took this kind of chaotic medium that they couldn't control and brought it within a medium of mastery. So now they can replicate these software malfunctions with ease, and they can do it over and over and over again to now create an entirely new genre of art. And I see the 2010s as a quite characteristic of glitch art. I saw a lot of glitch art without even realizing what it was at the beginning. And so now the kind of 2020s to the 2030, I think that glitch art will just continue to kind of reinforce its placement as people really kind of come online to that as well. And that is really important because there's a very influential Chicago musician who actually popularized and used glitch art in its very early form, mainly through his music videos. And that musician is by the name of Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. And Ye actually began by making beats for people. You know, everyone knew him for his beats, and he eventually was able to secure a job at Rockefeller Records. And he had a lot of aspirations to rap, but they kind of told him to just stick to the beats, kid, because they knew him as the guy who made beats, not as the guy who rapped. But it was quite clear that he had a passion for rapping, so he used his beats as a really strong starting point in order to make his way. And eventually, he was able to secure his studio album, The College Dropout, in early of 2004. So that was really a monumental moment for Kanye West, also known as Ye. And so the name Ye is really important because it is actually a religious reference, and Ye means you. So he may be trying to connect with the public a lot more by saying that he is you and trying to, say, speak for the people, for example. And so, whatever you think about that, it's a really interesting use of his change of name. Of course, everyone knows him as Kanye West, but he's really trying to make his name as Ye now. So I think that's quite important. And Ye has an incredible amount of influence. He's inspired the likes of Chance the Rapper, Drake, Logic, and just countless others that's not even that we don't even know about. Just think about all of the musicians who tried to get into music and tried to make their way and make their successful name, and they got their inspiration from Ye. And so the amount of waves that he has been able to send is just incredibly, incredibly important. And what's also true is that there are many people who define Kanye by controversy. Of course, he wants a lot of control over his art, so people can kind of criticize him as arrogant or criticize him as narcissistic because he wants that control over his art. And it's quite clear that he knows how to command the public eye and the public attention with absolute ease. Of course, as being in proximity to the Kardashians, he knows how to really command the public eye and get the attention from the public. And I think that at times he's kind of, he can play that good guy, he can play that bad guy, but he kind of, moves quite a bit. Of course, that controversy also comes with the legacy, and those are kind of, they're hard to interchange, but it's quite important because both of those feed off of each other and they both complement each other as well. And I think that when it's all said and done, Kanye West, or Ye, will actually be seen as both a pioneering as well as a polarizing figure. There's a lot of people who criticize him, say, for the Pete Davidson music video, but there's also a lot of people who really look up to him as an artist, as someone who inspired them to really make that move into art, mainly through music and everything in between. So I think that when it's all said and done, he will be seen as both a polarizing as well as a pioneering figure, and it's important to really put those both together because that's, of course, the complete picture. So you'll see the stunning use of glitch art here, and that really calls some echoes back to his original music videos where he was trying to popularize glitch art, and I think that that's just incredibly important whenever we're taking a look at this work. And so this artist, the one who made this work, is named POLYGON. Like I said, he is a French artist working primarily in the medium of motion picture. This appears like it is a rendering mixed with a photo. I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's mixed media, but it's quite clear that POLYGON is just a master of glitch art. He does a lot of different things, and actually brought up his description from his website so we can take a look at that a bit deeper. And so what you'll see is he says that he's passionate about visual art, and he draws his creative strength from the 80s and 90s culture as he explores the infinite possibilities of creation using analog synths and video processors. So not only is he a video director, but he is also a media scenographer as well as a visual artist. And this is a quote coming from Cindy Carla Voitis. I'm guessing that is maybe an online artistic journalist publication, not 100% sure. But he says, imperfection acts as a driving force for art. And so that's a pretty good metaphor for glitch art. Imperfection acting as a driving force. Of course, imperfection is that software or hardware malfunction, and that really drives the creation now of glitch art in so many different ways. There's a lot of glitch artists, and they are really making waves. I think POLYGON is one of the biggest without a doubt. He has well over 100,000 followers, so it's quite clear that he commands a large public following. And like I said, he is an artist coming out of France, mainly in Paris as well. And so POLYGON brings us, quote, POLYGON brings us into a glitch universe that represents his daily life, a distorted world where reality and imagination mingle. I think that's also a pretty good metaphor for the life of the artist. We do live in reality, but we also live in a very artists or creative people in general live in a very imaginative reality. We're always trying to kind of connect symbols, and we're always trying to look at something higher than just day-to-day mundane life. And I think POLYGON does an incredible job at that. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. POLYGON is a really, really good artist. Just love some glitch art coming from here. And he also did a MF Doom piece as well. And so this Kanye one just really drew my attention, mainly because of this kind of magical element of that glitch light. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out some of POLYGON's other works. Like I said, he does a ton of different things. Not only is a digital artist, but he's also a video director as well as a media scenographer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We talked about center emphasis, multi-layered emphasis. We talked about the influences of glitch art. And then we also talked about the incredible influence and the incredible legacy and a little bit of controversy of the Kanye West, also known as Ye. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out Polygon's other works. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.